Hi, cousins. It's Mel from Cooking with Cousin Mel. Tonight I'm making another Christmas treat. I make this one. I make this one every year, and it's a mint chocolate chip ice cream cake. So I'm only going to do it like in steps because there's quite a few things you got to do. It's not hard to do because I wouldn't be making it, but I'll start with the crust. You need 1 pack of Oreos, but instead of using the Oreos, I just bought the chocolate baking crumbs. But if you want to use two cups of Oreos, you can. You're going to have 3/4 cups of butter, and you're going to divide it. So I got some in a measuring cup now. I'm going to microwave it and add it to the breadcrumb or to the chocolate crumbs to make my base. And I'll come back and show you that. And the 3/4 cups of butter, you're going to divide it. So I just used half of what I would put into the crumbs. It's all right if it's not all melted. So I'm just gonna stir that up, and I have to use more, I will. But it's 1 package, 16 ounce of Oreos. So I might use just a little bit more butter. Not much more, but I think it's not that it's really dry and like I'm incorporating it but I'm gonna probably add just another couple tablespoons just to make sure it's sticky. Now I put this in a 9 by 13 pan. And if you're going to use a pan, make sure it's a very deep pan. I think this one's like 2.5 inches deep. Got it from the dollar store. Because it's going to be, you don't think it, but it's going to be heaped over. Now I got that pressed nice and firm in the pan. And I'm going to put it in the freezer for a half hour. I'm going to freeze it for a half hour because you want the base nice and firm. And I took out, it's mint chocolate chip ice cream. You can use whatever kind you like. This was on sale, buy one, get one free. So I got that, and they got to be thawed, like not like where it's water, but just loosened up so that you can spread it around. So I'll put this in the freezer and I'll come back and do the next step. All right, so that's been in the freezer for a half hour. So see how it's kind of mushy? That's how you kind of want it. So it's not all like that, but I tried to. So I'm just going to scoop out. They want 8 cups. So 8 cups is let's see, 200, 500, 10, 20 ounces. So I have 8 ounces are in a cup, 16, 2 cups. 16 and 16 is 32, and this is 1.6 liters. So you might use one of these plus a little bit of another one. So I'm just going to dump it out, and I'll get it spread, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I spread this out as evenly as I could. So I got this, I'm hoping you can see it. I got it as even as I could. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in the freezer for probably till firm. So probably another 20 minutes to a half hour. Next part that I'm going to do, guys, and I'm just going to get it ready and start it because by the time it's all boiled and everything, it'll probably be about a half hour. So in the saucepan, I'm going to combine 1.5 cup of chocolate chips. It tastes so good. I love this. I'm not going to waste them. 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. Let me see. 1 cup of confection sugar. So here's 1 cup of confection sugar. 3/4 cups of evaporated milk. So there's 3/4 cup of carnation milk. And like I said, you're just going to bring this to a boil, and then you're going to stir frequently, and you're going to stir it for about 3 to 5 minutes. And we're going to add the remaining butter. So I still got about 3 tablespoons of butter to go in this. And I'm just going to, like I said, get it to a boil, cook it for 3 to 5 minutes, and then you got to let it cool to room temperature. So this is what it looks like when you take it off the stove. I had it on for about 5 minutes, and I kept stirring it, because you don't want the chocolate to burn. So now I'm going to let it cool to room temperature, and it did thicken up a little bit, which is good. So now I'm just going to let it cool, and by the time everything comes out of the freezer, this will be ready to go on. We'll show you that step. Okay, Couzins. See how nice and thick that is now? If you ever had ice cream cake from Dairy Queen, this is way better. So now we're just going to pour this all over. And then, of course, we do have to put it back in the freezer just to get the chocolate hard. And it usually doesn't take long, probably 10-15 minutes. So we have to put Cool Whip on it yet. And if you like nuts or anything like that and you want to put that in it, you can. It's up to yourself. It doesn't call for it, but so there's the chocolate on. And I'm going to put that back in, like I said, probably for about just 10 minutes, just for it to get hard. And then I got a Cool Whip both thawing out. So we're on the home stretch here. So now I am going to put the whipped cream or Cool Whip on the top. We're just about done. This is, like I said, this is it. I'm hoping it's thawed out enough. I don't know if it is or not, but it comes up pretty high. That's why I said you need a deep, very deep, like a probably 2.5 inches. If you can get deeper, that'd be awesome. But if you can't, at least 2.5 inches. And I'll get this spread out and I'll show you. Okay, so I got it all evened out. So now I'm going to take some chocolate sauce and Just going to drizzle some more. Just want to drizzle over the top. This here doesn't, you don't have to be fancy. Just to give it, I usually put lines and all that in it, but this here is just to give it a little bit of color on the, and actually, you know what? I'm going to put some caramel sauce on it. Really make it festive. And I got some sprinkles. I'm just going to put some sprinkles. I couldn't find green and red, so I just went with the confetti. And there you go, guys. There's my ice cream, chocolate chip mint ice cream cake. And that's it for me for another one for Christmas. And I will see you next week. Bye. I forgot to tell you guys, you're going to leave that in the fridge or the freezer overnight, or at least 6 to 8 hours. When you take it out, you're going to leave it out for about 15 or 20 minutes before you cut it. Okay, I just wanted to remind you, because I couldn't remember if I told you.